What's up, guys? I wanted to take a second today to talk about accountability. I wanted to talk about those of us who like to play victims and those of us who like to create the space around them. For a lot of my life, especially when I was younger, and I think a lot of people are victim to this, excuse me, we tend to blame things on things that happen around us. Like, I couldn't hand my homework in on time because a dog ate my homework. I understand that's imaginary, but it does bring up a very interesting point. Why, if you know that your dog eats homework, would you leave your homework in a place that is easily accessible for your dog to eat? So, what are the ramifications of your homework being eaten? Well, the main one, you don't have your homework because you left it on the kitchen table or with your drawer open and your dog got to it. Now your grade suffers, and who knows what kind of ramifications that has moving forward. Quite frankly, I find that these people who make excuses like that are victims. People who say, I can't do this because of these situations that surround me. All of these situations make me incapable of taking any positive action or doing something for myself that is good. I advocate on the side of the creator. And this is when accountability comes in. I advocate on the side of people who say, hey, look, I'm sorry. I know I didn't get here on time. But it's not because of the traffic that I encountered. It's rather because I left too late. Because anytime I get in the car and I go somewhere, I know that there might be traffic. So rather than, speed, endanger myself or the life of others, maybe just leave with a good lead. So you have time to get to where you're going. Take power in situations where you can. Sometimes I find taking blame when it's not necessarily my fault is actually more empowering than being a victim of the circumstances around me. Oh, I'm too big because, I don't know, I got big bones. I mean, you want to talk about those crazy victim statements that people make all the time. I can't help it. I just love to eat things. Yes, of course you can help it. It just means that being satisfied I guess with the food that you're eating is more important than your health or how you look, or how about I never got anywhere in life because I grew up in a tough situation. Do you know how many people have grown up in tough situations and have done something about it and are well off and credit their situations where they had a rough time and use it to their advantage rather than use it as a crutch? I'm just bereft because I see more victims in this world right now than I see people who are creating. And I think it's the apex reason why possibly this country is in the situation we're in right now. A lot of people are pointing fingers. A lot of people don't want to take responsibility for their own actions in this grand scheme. Oh, I can't do this because the cost is too high. Okay, the cost is too high, so you have a couple of options. You either save enough money to pay for what you need, or you find out how to change that. But how many of us just give up right away? It is the way it is. I mean, I would be amiss to say that there aren't some things in life that is the case. It is the way it is. The sun is hot, the sky is blue, water's wet, and the wind blows. But in the meantime, there are things that you can do to get what you want. Sometimes that means sacrifice. Sometimes that means being uncomfortable. But how bad is it that you want that thing? You want to be rich? You want to have a bigger house, you want to have a better car, you want to be skinny, you want a better position at work, you want to be looked at differently. That is all well within your control. The question really lies with, What are you willing to do to get it? Accountability. Accountability for yourself. Be deliberate in what you do, and you will be successful.